What was the feeling inside the room? How was the communication tool the Fed talks about really working?
You know, it was interesting to be in there and to see sort of Janet Yellen in action. I can tell you she looked particularly comfortable today, and she clearly anticipated where those of us in the press corps would be going with our questions. We tried as many ways as possible to get her to hint that a rate hike would happen in September or December, maybe even into 2016, and she just wouldn't bite on any of those questions. She says it's going to depend on the data. She didn't move the ball all that much, certainly not that much from the statement we got earlier in the day, and I think in that sense she achieved her goal. I think it was clear, and Carl Riccadonna mentioned this, the extent to which she wanted to press upon to the press corps and to the markets overall, the forest from the trees. That's what matters here, is not when we start to raise rates, but the path, the trajectory of rates over the long term. And the message she's trying to deliver is, listen, we're not going to raise that much. We're going to raise and see where the things stand, and if we have to go some more, we will, but it's not going to be that measured pace we saw in previous tightening cycles. I think that's what struck me. She, as I said, she was ready for the questions on the IMF, Greece, and even the AIG question. She had prepared written statements there on her desk that she clearly referred to. She knew those were coming.
Yeah, oh, I bet she did. Peter, did you get a sense of that there was some sort of unanimous vote here in the Fed, or there was a lot of discontent between the hawks and the doves, if you will?
Well, you've got to look just at the outcome here in terms of the vote in favor of this statement. It was unanimous. You have Jeffrey Lacker, he's at the Richmond Fed. He's been a known hawk in the past. If he was dissatisfied, he could have expressed it with the vote. Same with the more dovish members of the Fed's policymaking group right now. They, too, could have expressed more reservations about where things stand. They didn't do it in their vote. So you've got to think right now Janet Yellen feels pretty confident that she has a pretty good consensus around that table. That was reflected in the projections as well. 15 out of 17 think a rate increase will still happen this year. That's a pretty sizable majority.